Hey everybody, welcome to the Money Meisters podcast, where we try to cover how you can more intelligently use your money and reveal some of the secrets that the most successful people in the world use to keep their money and use it for their benefit so that you can do the same. Today we've got a great show for you because we brought on an expert in something that very few people have heard about. And if they have heard about it, they've probably heard about an old version of it, and it's really been improved substantially by one big change. The gentleman we have here today is Tim Hensley. Tim, thanks so much for being on the program.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Don.
Great to have you here, buddy. Tim and I have talked extensively about this, and we're going to be talking about captive insurance companies, which I had heard of before. But every time I heard about them, there was something about them that made me really wary. And Tim's organization has solved that problem, and we'll get into what that is in a second. But just for those who've never heard of a captive insurance company, Tim, what is a captive insurance company?
Yeah, it's a great place to begin. Our legislators created a special area of the tax code called captive insurance company, and it's for small to medium-sized businesses. Now, this is different than being self-insured. A business owner can form their own captive insurance company under this particular code and own their own insurance company to insure against business risks, and there are many risks.
Yeah. Okay, so just so we can understand that, what are some of those risks?
Such as a cyber attack or data breach. Those are very big these days and a very big threat. Yeah, they can really cripple a business and put them out of business, especially small business. There are business interruption risks. There is a long list of business risks that a business owner might have that their commercial insurance does not currently cover. Another area is a deductible.
Oh.
So through your own insurance company, you can have deductible coverage. The commercial insurance side, you may have a deductible of, let's say, $10,000. Mm-hmm. With your own coverage, you are now able to increase the deductible from $10 to $20 or to $50,000. Therefore, on the commercial side, you end up saving money.
Got it. And then you have other, and we'll get into this in a minute. You have many other benefits by keeping that money in the business, in the commercial, in the insurance company that you own, the captive insurance company. You get also that money's under your control, and you get the benefits of it, the benefits that the insurance company would have if you were paying it to them as premium.
Yes, it is a line item expense. The premium that you pay currently to a commercial insurance company is an expense. Mm-hmm. This is your own insurance company. Mm-hmm. You pay a premium to your own insurance company.
Right.
And the claims are paid out accordingly. Or if there are no claims, then there's benefits of having that money in your own insurance company.
Got it. So, and we've talked at great length, and I don't want to go, our time here is very limited, but we've talked at great lengths about what's involved. It's frankly not very expensive to start it. And another big concern I think most people would have that I had that you alleviated was that all the management of it and all those things are taken care of by your entity, so that's not an issue. So it's more of an ownership structure than it is actually running a business or running an insurance company. So that's pretty cool. But given that, why would a business or individual want to own their own insurance company? What are some of those other benefits we've been talking about?
Well, they're able to control their expenses. So if you own your own insurance company and you don't have a claim with your commercial insurance company, you don't get any of the premium that was paid, which becomes profit to the insurance company. You don't get any of that back. It's similar to owning homeowners insurance or car insurance. At the end of the year, we don't get any money back from that. When you actually own the insurance company, that premium turns into profit, and you are then able to use that money for any purpose, that you as the business owner would like to use it for.
Got it. So, and by the way, I did get $35 back, so it's not true you don't get money back. $35 of my tens of thousands came back, so that's not true. So, and like I said, we've got very limited time. So, who's an ideal candidate for this? I mean, obviously, not everybody who hears this will be a good fit. Who does really benefit most from this?
Yes, a company has to be profitable. And if their gross revenue is 500,000 or more, then they could possibly be a good fit for this type of entity. We do an assessment, and we are going to determine if there are sufficient business risks for the business owner to actually own their own insurance company.
Got it. And you figure all that out before anything happens, so you actually give them a pretty good, well, for lack of a better term, pro forma of what's going to be there, what it'll look like. So
we call that the discovery phase. We have 4 different phases, and the first phase is the discovery phase. So we're going to determine in advance whether it complies with all of the legislative codes that are required, and that it's a good fit for the particular business.
Perfect. All right. So here's the thing that when I alluded at the beginning, I said there was something that used to make me nervous, and it was that most of the captive insurance companies were offshore. And the term offshore always sends off bells with me. It scares me. And you said you don't do offshore, you do onshore. So explain that difference, because that's a big deal. That to me was the thing about, okay, now I'm interested. So what's the big deal there? Explain that to the folks, if you would.
Traditional captive insurance companies have been offshore for various reasons. However, the way that I form them and my team forms them is actually here onshore, taking advantage of our constitutional laws and being able to still have the same protection and privacy that one would forming their entity offshore. However, it is an onshore entity, so all the banking that is involved, the fees are less, it's easier to manage. Now, with that being said, this is a turn business insurance company that is being formed, and we do all the setup. We manage this for a business owner. We assess the risks that are involved. And if it's an appropriate entity, then we could move.
Awesome. All right. So then one other big question to wrap this up with, because I think this is the thing that makes everybody comfortable. Who controls the money in a captive insurance company?
Yeah. Well, the business owner, of course, will control that. They make a payment to the insurance company. They own the insurance company, the captive insurance company.
Right.
And they're going to control the claims. They may not want to make a claim for a particular loss, or they can. So they get to control that area. And when it comes out as well, keep in mind, Don, this is owning their own insurance company. It is very powerful for a business to own their own insurance company, and they can control costs. They can use this as a very powerful business tool to mitigate risks, tax advantage funds. I like to call it a rainy day fund that it creates for the business owner.
Right. That to me at the end, and I know you cover all this. We don't have to, that's fairly involved, and you cover all this in the training, because one of the great things is this is training that you offer that anybody can learn from for free. And we kind of have to wrap up now, but the basic story is, folks, that if you have a business that is profitable, that generates more than $500,000 a year of revenue, and if you're looking for ways to maximize your control, minimize your expenses, and take advantage of some tax benefits that you cannot get anywhere else, if you want to get educated about that, you need to go to one, excuse me, you need to definitely check out the seminar that'll be listed on this page. And if you'd like, if for some reason you can't make that seminar or anything, Tim, can we put your contact information on the page also? Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
So we'll put Tim's contact information. So you can either go in and sign up for the seminar or webinar, whichever way he does it, and you can contact Tim directly. Tim is a pleasure to speak to. We've spoken for hours. He walked me through all this stuff, and he walked me through the presentation. He was kind enough to teach me all this, and I can tell you this, folks. This is one of those things that you go, now I understand why Fortune 500 companies have so much advantage. How they can control their taxes, how they can control their profits, how they can control their expenses. This is the kind of thing that they get to use. There actually is a version that we get to use. You just don't hear about it much. Tim, thanks so much for sharing this with us today. I know that, and if you go take Tim's training, you can contact me and let me know how it went, because I know you'll have nothing but great things to say. Thanks again, Tim. Thanks for being with us. Everybody, encourage you to get this training. Look forward to talking to you at the next podcast.
Thank you, Don.
Pleasure.